Hi, my name is Brian Lee. I'm getting a master's in entertainment business and sports management. I'm originally from Denver, Colorado, by way of Anchorage, Alaska. However, I now live in Orlando, Florida. I am a front desk manager for a hotel at Walt Disney World. I have a wife and three kids. Jackson is 6, JC is 4, and Ray is about a year and a half. I truly am seeking this master's because I want to merge the person that I want to be with the person that I am. And I feel that this will truly help me do that. When talking about the strategies of finding your life's task, number one is the return to your origins, the primal inclination theory. The story about John Coltrane in specific really struck a chord with me. It wasn't until he actually saw someone else's mastery in play that he truly sought out his own. He became one of the greatest jazz artists of his era because he saw Bird Parker do something that sparked something inside of him. You never know when you may do something that somebody's watching and what those inclinations may have. From page 31 in Robert Greene's book, Mastery, that we're reading, he says, in order to master a field, you must love the subject and feel a profound connection to it. And I feel that this master's is going to help me do that. Number two, occupying the perfect niche, the Darwinian theory. The story about Miyoki Matsuoka succeeding because she was more competitive than all the other people really struck a chord with me. In my life, I'm very competitive, and I look forward to being in a business where competition is truly at the center of it all. Number three, avoid the false path, the rebellion strategy. On page 37, Robert Greene says, a false path is generally something that we are attracted to for the wrong reasons. Money, fame, attention, and so on. If it is attention we need, we often experience a kind of emptiness inside that we are hoping to fill with a false love of public approval. Because the field we choose does not correspond with our deepest inclinations, we rarely find the fulfillment that we crave. Sports has a lot of instances where this has been a case, but I know that it is a business that I can thrive in, and it's not just for attention seeking. Number four, let go of the past, the adaptation strategy. Now, I will expand on this later on what it means to me, but from page 40, you are on your own. Change is inevitable, particularly in such a revolutionary moment as ours. If change is forced upon you, you must resist the temptation to overreact or feel sorry for yourself. Change really is inevitable. If we don't adapt, we are going to be left behind. Moving on to number five, find your way back, the life or death strategy. From page 42, Robert Greene says, no good can ever come from deviating from the path you were destined to follow. Now, destiny is a very strong word, but maybe it really is my destiny to pursue something that I do feel so strongly about. As I stated earlier, I wanted to expand on number four, letting go of the past, the adaptation theory. I do apologize. I did write some things down, or else I might not emotionally be able to get through this. In the past year, we have lost 2 family members under the age of 33 to cancer and the complications that come from it. My brother lost his wife and was left a single father of 2 boys. She had been in and out of the hospital for years with leukemia. We had adapted to that life. We'd adjusted to it. But she was still taken from us far too soon. She truly was an angel on this earth. Just a few months before that, though, my wife's sister's husband also passed away. This adaptation came at a much quicker pace. Though his death was related to a form of cancer, it was ultimately an adverse reaction to medication that he had had that ended his life. He was one of my best friends, and he passed away suddenly on the 4th of July, and as an active duty member of the Air Force, he wouldn't have had it any other way. Suddenly, our life was turned upside down. The next thing that I knew, my wife's sister and her 3 girls, who were 10, 8, and 2, were on their way to live with us. It was always his plan to retire here in Central Florida, and since he was buried at Florida National Cemetery in Bushnell, Florida, it was time for his wife and kids to live with us. They lived with us for several months until they got their finances to a point where they could live in their own house. I went from having 3 kids of my own, the youngest being only 4 weeks at the time, and now I had 3 nieces who no longer had a dad. It breaks my heart, but we had to adapt. We found life without him, and as sad as that may sound, it was necessary. If we didn't do that, we would have never made it. And now I have 3 girls that I love as if they were my own, and I wouldn't trade them for anything. I wouldn't necessarily say that I've let go of my past, but that I don't want to let go of my past, but I've adapted to my new life and the new future that will come from it. My dream career path is to work in professional sports. That's as far as I've gotten. My goals over the next few weeks will be to reach out to Full Sail to see what jobs they've helped alumni get in the past with my same degree, and I'll look and see what jobs are currently on the market. If I know where I'm starting from, then I'll be ready when I'm ready to start. And I can't wait to get there. I'm excited to do this. Thank you.